Solo entrepreneurs. We start with
Yeah,
solo
in terms of
entrepreneurs.
number of people in that enterprise or capital input.
So again, that's the beauty of this product is that for the for the hot desking product. So that's basically utilizing the space within this area. That starts at 10,000 cases a month. So there's really no upfront capital that's needed by entrepreneurs anymore. And again, if they are on a budget, then they need to apply for the Space Within Genius program, where they'll be sponsored and coached, where they pay actually, absolutely nothing, but they go through a rigorous selection process.
Yeah, it can be as low as 1 seat, it can be 1,000 seats. It's definitely a very flexible range of services that we offer. And as Mike mentioned, as low as 10,000 for a non-dedicated co-working space over here.
How do you screen your prospective clients?
Well, one, we do KYC, because we take data privacy very importantly, and we need to know what the companies are doing inside of our space, so they're not doing anything illegal. We don't want to be rated.
Yeah, in general, we usually ask for audited financial statements and the registration documents.
These are for our enterprise clients. We define enterprise as 1,000 employees or more globally. So we often get a lot of background information on them to know what type of business they're in. But we have startups we have pretty much every single unicorn company that's in the Philippines is a client of ours right now. And we have companies like Bike, which I think just shut down actually yesterday. Yeah, so we have big companies, startups within Asia, and obviously the startup success rate is not super high. So that's why this type of offering is a very good solution for them.
Yeah, just the idea of imagine you're a big company and you're a startup and you're in one location. Imagine the collaboration or learning from each other, how much that can create. So that's a really a good place to be in.
Hi, I'm Mark from This Is World. How do you see the demand of flexible workspaces in the country in the coming years, and how is KMC adapting to this upward trend?
Yeah, so it's absolutely an upward trend. Currently, we're at less than probably around 1% of all office space is currently under a flexible or service model. And the trend, I personally believe within Asia, will be at least 15% of all office space by 2030 will be flexible. In the Western world, the Western societies like Europe and the US, they're estimating over 30% will be flexible. So, what are we doing? We're beefing up our internal design teams, our project management teams, shoring up our finances to be up to hopefully double the growth in the next 18 to 24 months.
Right, like what Mike said, we're preparing all our teams for a very big expansion in the next few years. He did tell us to be ready, to be 10 times bigger as what you are right now. So yeah,
I challenge the management team to prepare for 10x growth, and I actually don't think that that's too far-fetched, to be honest.
Just kidding.
Yeah, again, the demand is incredible right now, and we're just trying to fulfill some of it right now. Another one, Mark.
Sorry, another question. Could you tell me more about the expansion, the KMC expansion in the Visayas region?
Yeah, so we're launching 5 sites in the next 5 months, this being probably one of them. The next site we'll launch is in Iloilo at Festival, which is a former airport, which was redeveloped by Big World. And Robinson's Gamma, which is in the heart of Ortigas. Cebu will be later this year. So, yeah, the Visayas, there's a lot of demand in the Visayas. We can't, we're fully leased out in Iloilo before we even started, actually.
Thank you. Last question. Do you have specific target of workstation or number of square meters you have to achieve or you want to attain at the end of the year?
Yes, absolutely. We want to be at 10,000 workstations by the end of the year. Right now, we're tracking a little shy of that. We'll be like 9,800. So we'll just need to. Honestly, one of the challenges, Mark, is for us to find more office space. So it's very hard finding more office space in Makati, which is where there's a lot of demand right now. And in BGC, rents have escalated so much that they put a lot of pressure on our margins there. So we have to grow very cautiously with the BGC, given the rental rates. But besides is wide open, Cebu I think is wide open. We see a lot of growth down there.
Thank you.
Right, I mean to add to that, the idea that we're building in different parts of the Philippines gives us another product for our clients, which is called the disaster recovery, business continuity sites, wherein, for example, it gets flooded here, we have another office in BGC or in Cebu, if you want to go that far. So being scattered all over the Philippines is really a positive thing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother product for enterprises, particularly in the healthcare, financial services sector. They need to have 100% uptime with their staff, and